All right, welcome back to another episode of Vinyl Authority. I'm Paul, your host, and we have AJ and Rogers joining us as a special guest.
Special.
Not an Olympic, not as an Olympic. How are you guys doing tonight?
I'm fantastic now that I'm here.
Yeah, it's been a long time. We've been away for a while. Those viewers who are just catching up with us, and for those viewers who are just tuning in, please remember to subscribe to this podcast. It's a good thing. We're going to bring you lots of great information about vinyl and records and music.
And hit the like button, Paul.
Oh, yeah. Like us and hit the subscribe. So we get together and we vinyl share and we fashion share and we just basically share. It's the spirit of the lifestyle. What's that you're wearing tonight, AJ?
Del Taco Better Mex.
That sounds like a campaign.
Proud plug of my favorite fast food restaurant.
All right.
I had a burrito there last night.
Fantastic.
At about like 11.
Thank you for supporting the cause.
And I don't like the pico de gallo, so I don't get that, but I use the sauce packets, and I said, well, just give me the hot one. Can I get some hot sauce? And he didn't say, oh, well, do you want mild, medium, blah, blah. He just gave me what apparently was the hottest one. It was delicious, but it was hot. So next time I know,
Inferno.
Dial it, step down. Inferno. Yes, yeah. What's the one right before that? Del Scorcho.
Yeah, Del Scorcho.
Yeah, that's probably where I should go.
Miles, Del Scorcho, and Inferno.
Del Scorcho. Anyway, it was good. So.
That's nice. And it looks like you've got a little sports fan action going on there.
Yeah, both of us, Roger and I. I'm supporting the local team. These guys are 15 minutes away down the road.
And I got the Kings who just got knocked out of the playoffs, so I'm in mourning.
You're in black, right?
Yeah.
And you're featuring a shirt this evening?
Well, my shirt you mentioned. Well, actually, you haven't mentioned yet, but I think you're going to talk a little bit about Record Store Day. And I was in San Fernando, California, and it was Record Store Day, and I wandered into this place called the Midnight Hour.
Nice.
Records, and I thought it's Record Store Day. I gotta buy a shirt.
Cool.
So yeah, that's my Record Store Day story.
So let me get this straight. It was Record Store Day, and you left with a shirt.
Excellent point. Yes. I think last time on International Shirt Day, I bought a record, so I think it all balances out.
Nice.
That's it. That's my story. And I'm sticking to it.
All right. Well, you guys can plainly see that I'm wearing the Atlantic Records logo from I think this was late 70s, wasn't it? This era?
Yeah, that's the color is it's actually 60s too. I don't think Atco, right, is late 60s. So yeah, that's from early 70s all the way through.
Yeah. Well, Atlantic Records inadvertently played a big role, or a role, in me wanting to make records, because in their corporate offices in New York, there is this wonderful mosaic mural of Ahmet Ertegun with a quote, which is that he said, "We just put out music that we liked and people bought it." And it's like that was how he built the record label. And it's like, yeah, you like music, put it out, promote it.
I like that shirt, man. It's a nice one.
Yeah, it's good. All right, so there you go. That's about what we're wearing. What are you guys drinking? We could start a new category called "What are you guys drinking?"
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
And as Paul made the comment when I showed this before we got on the air, I'm running low.
Yeah, gonna need a new bottle.
Buffalo what?
Buffalo
Can't quite
Trace.
make it. Ah,
It's good, inexpensive,
looks
All right.
and delicious. Sweet.
looks much more
Cheers, gents.
damaging than my Pacifico, but I figured
Cheers.
Cinco de Mayo Eve, you know.
I'm having
And some water.
homebrew. Oh yeah. Okay. Adam, got any records you'd like to share with us this evening?
Yeah. We're gonna go with a new one tonight. Brand new, brand spanking new.
Oh yeah.
Can you see it? Ricky Lee Jones.
I see it.
Pieces of Treasure. It's cute. It says The Duchess of Coolsville, produced by Russ Titleman, recorded in 2022 at Sock Sense, New York City. Not sure about that. A little hard to read the handwriting. The picture looks like it could be older because she's looking super good. I don't know. Maybe it's a modern picture. But anyway, this is a jazz record, Paul.
All right.
Black vinyl. And
Beauty.
great liner notes by Russ and
that's-
Ricky. And
Love it.
Rob
Classic format.
Mountney on piano. I think
Yeah.
he's the same player on her first record. Pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
They talk about how her older vocal voice is better than it's ever been, and I'm not gonna quite say that, but I appreciate. I mean, her singing is unreal, but the young Ricky Lee Jones, there was a smoothness to it that this is a little. It's it's got some more wisdom going. She sounds a little bit more bluesy than she used to.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. But great. How do I? Can you see the song titles? Great covers.
Cannot.
Great covers. Just in Time. There will never be another you. Nature Boy. One for My Baby. They Can't Take That Away from Me. All the Way. Here's That Rainy Day. September Song. On the Sunny Side of the Street. It's All in the Game. And as Ricky Lee Jones, she completely turns these songs upside down and makes them her own. So it's awesome. This is an awesome record.
Yep.
There you go.
Cool. Well, thanks for sharing. Is there anything else special about the pressing? Is it
No.
180 gram or?
It's thick, but they didn't talk
not
any of that. Yeah, it's definitely 180 for sure. And the pressing sounds great for sure.
Yeah, nice and quiet.
But they weren't really. I don't remember them touting that. Oh, wait a minute. Got a little autographed litho here.
Hello. Insert.
I forgot about the autographed litho.
By her?
Yeah.
That's better that way.
Right there. And actually, now, Paul, that you got me opening this up, there's the record company is Modern Recordings, and a really nice catalog insert here, really beautifully done.
Okay, yeah, they've got a lot of titles,
and I definitely want you to see this in person because I think that this will be great to mimic this. It's very classy. I really like it.
Yeah, super cool.
Yeah,
super cool. Good point.
And there you go.
Well, thanks for sharing that.
Nice.
Roger, you got any records that you want to turn us on to?
Well, it's an oldie.
What a goodie.
I think a goodie. It's Graham Parker.
Oh my God.
And the Rumor.
Freaking love
Squeezing Out Sparks.
I love that album.
Squeezing Out Sparks.
It's so good. And it's like songs keep popping up and I'm like, I forget how great it was. 1979.
My favorite year in rock and roll.
Was it?
It is, dude.
Yeah.
79, the catalog of, it's almost like everybody was at their peak in 1979. For some
Right,
reason,
right.
and Paul and I have talked about this on other episodes, and maybe it's because it's the end of the decade, you know.
Mm.
But for some reason, people don't talk about 79 enough, I don't think. And if you look at
Huh.
the list of records that have come out in 79, it's unreal. And
Wow.
I've thought this for a long time, and I keep finding, like, I'll get a new artist that I haven't found. Like, I just got into John Stewart. You guys know who he is from the Kingston Trio. So I just started collecting his studio albums. He, you know the song Gold. All of a sudden, I can't sing the hook. You would know it. Anyway, he did a record in 1979 with Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks, and the single's called Gold, and she's singing backups. And the record is freaking brilliant. And it was another one of those, like, of course, 1979. So anyway,
Very cool.
yeah, I love that record.
Yeah, it's great. Just incredible. I mean, I guess he'd be along the, the Elvis Costello, Joe Jackson sort. I mean, but just incredible lyrics. I mean, I think he's pretty underrated, but this album in particular, it's just so much good stuff. And I noticed now, how do you pronounce Jack Nitzsche, the producer? I know you know him because I saw something on Facebook the other day, and I don't know if he just recently passed, but it was something where they were talking about him, and they listed the albums he's produced, and they've been just a ton of them. So I assume you guys are familiar.
Know of him, yeah.
Yeah.
No, he was an essential part of that sound.
Yeah.
Back then, absolutely. He left a big imprint on the sonics and the production. Yeah.
Anyway, so that's that's my.
It's a good one.
It was a good era. But Adam, that discussion about the end of the decade kind of a thing, I remember having that conversation with you some time ago, and for some reason it's having a bigger impact tonight on me, because you think of the late 50s when with jazz, and then the late 60s with the what we now call classic rock, but was just this whole emerging format, and then the late 70s where you had punk and disco and this power pop that was just kind of converging in this whole new.
It's like the last great blast of authentic played rock and roll, whether it's disco or anything. There's no machines yet. The machines haven't taken over, and it's like everybody has been playing this professionally for 10 to 20 years, and they're playing at their best, and they're trying to write lyrics that hang with everything they've ever done, and they've all been doing it for 10 years. And it's then the audio equipment's all better. It's all 24 track, and everybody's got Neumann microphones, It's there's something about it. And then I was going to continue. 89 is right when grunge starts, So that's like the beginning of grunge is 89.
So it's end of decade.
Well, which 89 happens after 85, which is kind of when the drum machines and the synths and stuff kind of start popping. Maybe 83.
Start wearing on your head, and you want real drums again.
Well, this is it. Yeah, right. So there were no synths, there were no drum machines on any of those grunge records, right? So there's always been this kind of a hunger for music that's played live, and now that we're in this day and age of AI, where you don't know if the music is real or or fake, knowing that music has been free range organic musicians, with their hands and their experience and stuff going. I think it's important to know where your music comes from. It's like, what's the origin of this?
I've gotten into some discussions with Sam Gabe, someone we all know, and one of my best friends, and he's kidding me about selling my record collection now, because it's top dollar now. And I'm like, there's something about my record collection because it's mostly from the 50s to the 80s, so it's before machines basically. And I don't know, the more AI takes over, it seems like the more my record collection is going to be even more worth money or valuable, I should say.
I totally believe that. I mean,
right?
Really, it's the last organic media known. I mean, we don't know what's coming
when
up.
I brought the Ricky Lee Jones record out, I've on the show, I've tried to bring a lot of new music to Vinyl Authority, and it's getting harder to do. And I love new music, and I've bought a lot of new music, not a lot, whatever, maybe 6 new records in the last few weeks, and none of them have really done it for me. The ones that I'm leaning on that I'm bringing tonight are new records by artists that I've loved since the 70s. It's still
well, and maybe that's a point, that old can still be new. And sure. I think really the mission of the vinyl collector is one of, seeking and sharing and going out there and trying to make these new discoveries, and find the authentic music and the stuff that really resonates with you. So I think that's a cool idea. All right. On my side, I'm going to share with you what I've been listening to with my son, Bill Evans Trio, Explorations. I feel like I've talked about this once before.
But you know what? It's so good that it's okay you do it again.
Yeah. I mean, you showed us an album, AJ, that is a jazz record that's new but looks old, and this is a jazz record that is old and looks old. And but that's the same format. If you got a color cover like this, that's pretty fancy. Normally you've got kind of a monochrome or a 2-color cover, and then the back side liner notes were always black and white.
When you brought that album out on this show the last time, I ended up getting an SACD copy of it, and I listened to it, and it's unreal.
It is some really great chill piano bass.
Bill Evans is my favorite piano player, no doubt.
No, he's really great. Let's talk about some things in the news, shall we? First thing, as Raj mentioned earlier, I want to talk a little bit about Record Store Day. It's just recently gone past, but in fact, Record Store Day appears in the month of April, and April is also Jazz Appreciation Month. So we got to remember that for next year. Put it on the calendar. But Record Store Day is a beautiful thing because a lot of independent record stores and independent artists are putting out records specifically for a Record Store Day release. And you find many, many things, special releases, special pressings, colored vinyl, special packages. I mean, new music. There are so many things. So it's really a day to watch, and for the vinyl enthusiast to make it a date to go out there and shop for vinyl and rub elbows with your fellow collectors. So visit recordstoreday.com. Probably says so right here.
It's Soundscapes Media Group, Paul. Every month is Jazz Appreciation Month.
Well, that's a really good point. And I would say if you are starting a thriving or starting a fledgling record label, every day is Record Store Day, especially if you sell a record. There might be a blog post somewhere out on the internet that might echo that response. And this kind of fits into a little new product alert, but I love the fact that old stalwart magazines that have entered the electronic age, like Good Housekeeping, has an article on what the best record turntables are, and they've got their top 5 picks and reviews. Turntables from $50 on up to about $550.
Yeah, that Project Audio turntable's a good deck.
It's a really good one.
Yeah.
It's a really good one. So there you go. So it's back in the house, folks. Records are back, and the statistics are good. So let's see. AJ, you look like you have something new that you want to share with us.
This is the first time, and I am proud to show this to our audience. This is the next release on Soundscapes Media, and it is a project called Greater, which I am actually a part of. And it's a contemporary Christian EP. And my friend Paul Freudenberg, and president of Soundscapes Media, produced an unbelievably beautiful album package and pressing of this music.
That is beautiful.
It was designed by a friend of mine and one of my favorite art directors, Jeff Gans, who has designed every Bob Dylan bootleg series package. And we were graced with him helping us out with this piece. It comes with a frameable lyric insert. And the lyrics are faith-based and really important to me, of course. So there's something that I hope the listener really gets to enjoy. And then the piece de resistance is the stained glass colored vinyl that we have used this on.
Wow.
And it's 180 gram audio file quality vinyl, mastered by the impeccable, the incomparable, maybe not incomparable, but impeccable Kevin Gray at Coherent Audio.
Immortal. The immortal Kevin Gray.
The musicians on the project are also top notch. The singer and co-songwriter of the songs, his name is Gonzalez Ozin, and Gonzalez and I were in a band. We met each other on a project that started a band around 1984, and so we've known each other that long. And this Christian contemporary was inspired by him, and it happened very magically, or enlightened experience. The whole thing it came together incredibly smooth, and we got incredible players. My brother-in-law is the drummer, who is one of the best drummers on the planet, Herman Matthews. Wayne Smitty Smith on bass, and Michael Gurley plays some tasty guitar on this, and Michael
soulful,
and Laura Kramer does some background vocals on the second song. And it's just it was a really fun project, and we recently sort of rediscovered the masters and realized how important the music is to what's going on in the world right now. And Gonzalez and I were kind of looking for an excuse to work together. So we hope this is the first EP of a set. That's what we're shooting for.
Nice.
And we're
congratulations.
Thank you.
Looks great to both of you. I know.
Yeah,
Paul's beaming over there as well.
Beautiful package, and it's some beautiful music and worthy of the share. So thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, man,
that's great.
Well, folks, we are running long tonight, so I'm going to cut this short. And of course, follow us on all the social media channels: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, elsewhere. I don't know, YouTube, and like us and do all that stuff. And as always, catch you guys on the flip side. Good night.
Good night.
Very cool. Good night.